Good morning, Collegians, staff, parents, and learners. Yes, school starts for educators on the 25th of May, this Monday, and school will start for our grade 12 learners on the 1st of June. Yay! Then we'll be able to see them for the first time in 2 months? Okay, let's address a couple of issues that some of the parents have been asking about. Okay, Google Classroom and WhatsApp groups will continue to run from grade 8 through to grade 12. Yes, through to grade 12. In addition to this, we are setting up 3 recording studios. These recording studios will be used for teacher-learner conferences, Zoom meetings, and teachers will start to explain some of the more difficult work in the lower grades so that learners can understand it. We will also be using some of these lessons for the matrics that are not coming back to school. Okay. The lessons will be given between 8 o'clock in the morning and 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Yes, there will be extended hours for school. So all sporting activities, all cultural activities, or any extramural activity will fall away, and that time will now be used for academics. This means school will end every day at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. What will this mean for you? Well, due to these extended hours, we are also giving parents an opportunity for a weekly boarding facilities. This should cut down on traveling, especially from Klerksdorp and Ventersdorp areas. We are trying to minimize the contact that the learners have with anybody from outside of Potchefstroom. The costs for this will be communicated to you in the collegian that we will be sending out next week when we are back at school. We will also provide lunch for all learners. Because of the extended hours, there will be lunch provided for all learners and educators and staff at school every single day. The cost will probably be minimal. We are looking at about 20 Rand a meal, but it's not yet set. We are looking at how we can redistribute our budget. We will communicate the final costs to you as well. If halal meals are necessary, as we believe they will be, we ask the parents to please contact us so that we can make arrangements for these learners as well. Okay, there will be no tuck shop. Yes, there will be no tuck shop. For this reason, we ask that parents please supply their learners with healthy snacks throughout the day. There will be no Dragon or Monster or any high caffeine content allowed at school, as this will reduce their immune system. We ask that you please provide them with immune boosting snacks. If you don't know what these are, go back to the last 2 issues of our Collegian, as we placed at least 2 articles on that already. Yes, the rumors are true. For the week from the 25th of May until the 1st of June, there will be no new school work. However, if you haven't completed the work that we have provided to you up until now, we ask that you please complete it. So take this time to relax and have a bit of a holiday before we start with school. The reason why we are doing that is during this week, we need to set up our systems. I just got to make my dog quiet for a minute. Sorry for that. Okay, so educators will be using next week to basically help us set up the recording studios and preparing some materials that they will be using once school starts running a full timetable. Okay. So what if you don't want to? What if you're feeling very frustrated at this moment? Well, here's a couple of things you can tell yourself if you don't want to study, if you don't want to work. First of all, you are extremely lucky and privileged to have access to more information than any generation has ever had in all time. If you are looking at me on a cell phone or a laptop or a video or any form of computer, you are truly privileged, because there are learners since Corona shutdown that haven't had education at all. Make yourself proud in this time. It's not supposed to be easy. Nothing that is good is going to be easy in your life. So let the process work for you. Let it teach you about yourself. Okay, so let's look at a little bit of safety and security issues. How is it going to work? Well, number one, For the past week, 3 or 4 days, we have been literally sterilizing the school. And I do mean sterilize. Every single classroom was not just cleaned with soap and water, but sanitized with special sanitation liquids. Classrooms, bathrooms, hostel rooms, dining halls, everything has been sanitized. We are at this moment a biosafe zone. And since we want to keep it that way, we have certain conditions that you have to meet. Number one, there will be only one entrance into school. The glass windows, which we always tell you never enter through these glass windows, learners, that will now be your only entrance. You may not enter at any other gate at any time. When you get to school, you will line up outside of these glass windows, and your temperature will be scanned. Your temperature will be given to you, and you will enter to where our glass windows is for a reception area. There you will sign in that you have arrived. And before you leave that caged area, you have to sanitize your hands, and your feet will be cleaned and wiped, your shoes on a special carpet with special sanitizing liquids. From there, you will go straight to your register class, and your teacher will take your temperature measurements, and you will sign in your register class as well. Once you're inside, you stay inside. You will not be allowed to leave the school premises at all. You will not go to the tuck shop area. You will not go to the fields. The quads will be your playgrounds at this stage. All three the bathrooms will be open and have been sterilized. So if the matrics are there, it's only 44 of you, you will each be allocated a bathroom that you could use, which will minimize the contact, and the sanitization will be easier that way. Okay. If you are scanned with a high temperature, then you will walk in front of the school to the gate where you normally enter school and go into a special room we have set up as a sick bay. You will wait there, and parents, we will then phone you, and your son will then have to be picked up by you or a responsible guardian, and he will not be allowed back at school until he has given us a medical certificate. So he needs to be looked after by a medical professional person before he will be allowed back to school. These are departmental regulations which we must follow. Okay. If you are a visitor to the school, you will follow similar procedures, but you will wait inside that cage until we can collect you. Our safety and security officer will collect you and take you where you need to go. This will minimize the contact that everybody has. Okay. If your son has any allergies, skin allergies specifically, or lung problems, please let us know as soon as possible. Because we are using a lot more sanitization equipment and chemicals, we need to be sure that if he has an allergic reaction or an asthmatic attack, that we will be able to deal with it immediately, and that we know where to go for medical help. Please understand that we are also parents. We understand that your son's health and well-being is still your responsibility, and we take our responsibility extremely serious. If you feel that you would prefer to keep your son at home in this time until whichever time you feel is safe, please do so. We will not judge you for it. This COVID has affected each of us in a profound way. And there is no just getting back to normal or getting over it. It's never going to happen for us. We realize that some major life disruptions has taken place. And this has led to a new normal in everybody's lives. There's no going back to the old me. You're different now. Full stop. This means you've already found new strength, new ways of dealing with stress, new joy in your life, a new way of having fun. Wear your new life, warts and all, with pride, with a newfound courage, and know that we as collegians will support you all the way.